Hello, my name is John Rose, and in this video I'd like to explain how Bernoulli's formula enters into solving the problems that we face as a species. Bernoulli's formula states that the expected value of doing something equals the value of doing it times the odds of doing it. And if you remember your multiplications, anytime you multiply anything times 0, you get 0. And the problem that we have when it comes to doing the right thing is most of us are not in a position to evaluate what we're doing and what we need to do, and therefore we don't think we'll ever do it. That's the one comment that, if anything drives me crazy more than anything, it would be that comment when people shoot themselves in the foot and I tell them what they can do to solve their problems, and then they say, oh, I can never do that. In fact, I could really relate to Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead when Joe Cross went around the country and was telling everybody about what he was doing. And what did almost everybody say to him? Oh, that sounds great, but I can never do that. Boy, can I relate to what that experience, because that's the comment I hear all the time. Again, the expected value of doing something equals the value of doing it times the odds of doing it. Oh, I can never do that. Well, why are you shooting yourself in the foot? It's the worst thing anybody can say about something they've never done before. How in the hell do you know you can't do something you've never done before? And what I find interesting about that comment is when I coach people, and I've coached thousands of people, I usually get the same 3 comments in the beginning from almost everybody. And one of them says, I can't believe it's this easy. I really thought this would be hard. And then the next 2 are really exciting. Can't believe I'm not hungry. Can't believe how much energy I have. I used to wake up tired, come home darn tired. Now I don't need as much sleep, and I'm performing well all throughout the day. This is such an exciting experience for most of us, unless we're really, really sick, and guess what happens to you? Your body's going to scream at you saying, you're sleep deprived, you need more sleep, because you heal when you sleep. So when you want to get healthy, you got to satisfy all your needs. You don't want to just focus on losing weight, you want to focus on getting healthy. But the only way to lose weight safely is to get rid of something that doesn't belong inside of us. When we do what it takes to get rid of something that doesn't belong inside of us, we'll lose everything else we're supposed to lose. Our body has its own agenda. You can't force it to do anything. You're going to weigh a certain amount that you should, provided you satisfy all your needs, and one of them is to be active and put on some muscle by moving around and playing and having fun. That's what you're supposed to do, unless you're incapable of doing it because of some injuries or birth defects or whatever. Otherwise, if you don't use it, you lose it. And there's a reason why people are in such bad shape when they age. They quit moving. They lost it. And of course, they've been eating the wrong foods the whole time. So the combination of eating bad food and not being active is a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe to have a life that you're not going to want to live much longer once you get to a certain point. And I can understand that mentality when people say, oh, I don't want to do something just to live a couple extra years. I believe I heard that comment in the Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead documentary. Oh, it's not worth it to not eat what I like to eat just to live a year or 2 extra. We're not talking about 1 or 2 years. We're probably talking about 20 years at least for the average person if they stop living the wrong way. And then it isn't the quantity of life that matters, it's the quality of life. So when people say, I can never do something, again, you're shooting yourself in the foot because you don't know how easy it is and how good it's going to make you feel. And then when you do it, you'll be in a position to say, okay, now let me reevaluate what I've been doing. Is it really worth it? Of course it's not. Life is an illusion on more levels than most of us can ever truly understand. So when you consider making some changes, be positive. Be convinced that you can do anything that you set your mind to if the benefits are worth it. And when you look at the benefits of doing the first of a 3-step process that I perfected, they're overwhelming. In fact, they sound they sound too good to be true. I'm almost afraid to tell people what's going to happen to them because it just sounds like there's no way that could happen. But when you give yourself a solid food vacation, drink nothing but 1 to 2 gallons of freshly made juice a day, 4 to 8 liters, depending upon how active you are and how big you are, how much you need. When you drink enough juice and do this the right way, most, if not all, your problems are going to be gone within several months. That's when you have that aha moment. You go, oh my gosh, this is what life is all about. This is how I'm supposed to be living. Life is an illusion. I thought it wouldn't be a fair trade to give up those other things. And I didn't think I could do this, but this is a piece of cake. And for you older people, closer to my age, middle age, time goes by so fast when you do something like this, before you know it, it'll be over. So take advantage of the fact that life speeds by real fast when you get older, if you are, and take advantage of the fact that you probably have a lot of problems that are going to go away when you do a solid food vacation. So go down to the description box down below and you'll see my first step, and that's a seminar I gave on how to do my first of my 3-step process that will help you correct 5 main mistakes on a temporary basis so you can see what you're missing, and then you'll realize that what I've been saying is true, that there really is another level of existence that we can go to in every area of our lives. And when I did it, I crawled out of a rut I didn't know I was in. Everything in my life went to another level, and it was the most exciting thing I've ever done. I couldn't wait to wake up every morning when I did this, because it was so exciting to see garbage coming out and feeling better when it does. So obviously, when you do something like this, you're in for a treat.